Okay, I think we are recording. Okay, so for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Sharon Scott. I am the founder of Motivation Fit Crew. That's the team on the call tonight with me. They're my personally sponsored coaches doing this with me, and we're excited to have you guys here. We're excited to help you guys on your journey to get, to accomplish your goals and to make this more of a healthy lifestyle. We are as real as they come. We're not perfect. And that's the beauty of Beachbody. That's the beauty of being a coach and being able to help everybody is we're all in it together. So just to kind of give you a background about me, I started with Beachbody. It's been about 18 months. When I started, I was 242 pounds. I was extremely overweight. I was miserable. I was so unhappy with my life. I was stressed. My husband works a lot, and I'm pretty much a single mom 90% of the time because he's working late and I work early mornings, and so we never see each other. And it got to me. It was stressful. I have a 7-year-old with Down syndrome, and then a 3-year-old. She just had a birthday Monday. And when I had her, I went through major postpartum, and I didn't realize it at the time. And I almost didn't even realize it the whole 18 months I was in it because I masked it. And I used food to mask it. And I gained more weight after I was pregnant, after I'd had her, than my entire pregnancy. So I had just hit rock bottom. I knew I needed to do something different, but I was terrified to do it because I was so overweight. I hadn't exercised in 10 years. I literally lived off of Coke or Diet Pepsi was my drink of choice. Chocolate, I would binge at night when my kids went to bed. And I got to a place that I was so uncomfortable in my skin and I was so unhappy that I started to almost think of things that my life was not bad, but I didn't feel like I deserved it either. And so, my husband's a hairstylist, so I would be like, well, if he cheated on me, I wouldn't blame him because look at me. It was things like that would go through my head all the time. And it got to a point that I finally, it was like, I wish something bad happened to me, and then maybe they would appreciate me. Maybe my family would then see that I need some time for myself, that I needed me time, that I needed to do something for me. And I started wishing bad things would happen to me. I didn't ever contemplate suicide or anything like that, but I wished that something bad would happen. So maybe they would pay attention, that I needed time. And that was a huge eye-opener for me. And that was really what kind of was like the straw that broke the camel's back. And I knew I needed to do something. As uncomfortable as it was going to be, I knew that needed to happen. So that's why I started my journey. And it was not easy. And it's still not easy. But I can tell you, I am such a better mom, and I'm a better wife, and I'm happier with my life. I'm happier with my job. I'm happier. I have friends I've never had before. I was very lonely. I don't go out much. I'm pretty introverted. And so to have a group of people and a group of women that we can be positive and support each other, that's what made me fall in love with Beachbody. And that's ultimately why I became a coach, because I knew I needed that. I needed that accountability. As uncomfortable as it was, these groups are what solidified, okay, I need that, or I'm going to quit on myself. It's so easy to quit on yourself. So that's kind of the preface of where the challenge groups come from. That's where Beachbody originated. The coaching opportunity in the first place is that support and accountability, because it's so much easier to do this as a group and to do this together. So as far as the challenge group goes, we used to run them on Facebook. We don't do that anymore because Beachbody now has an app, and we'll go over that a little bit. But they're run through an app that you just have on your phone that you can track your Shakeology, you can track your workouts, and it's a place of accountability. And as coaches, we post things of motivation, but really our expectation for you as well as challengers is to interact in the group with the other challengers and ask questions and post things that you've learned and post things that are going well for you, and maybe that aren't going well for you, and ask for advice and really dive into the community of the challenge group. You guys, that is where your, like, the mental part starts to click. That's where you don't feel like, okay, what's wrong with me? They're getting results. What am I doing wrong? And then you get in your head. I'm telling you right now, the mental part of losing weight is 900 times harder than the physical part, because you get in your head, and it can be a struggle. And so that will give you tools to help you get through those hard times, because we feel it too. And like, even though we've done, a year or a year and a half, some of us longer, in our journey, we still struggle with those things. And that's why we are coaches. That's why we're in these groups with you. We're permanent challengers with you, and we hold ourselves to the same standard as we expect of you guys too. So with the February group, we're going to be focusing a lot on self-love and really getting that inner voice and that inner that mean voice in your head that tells you you're not good enough and that you can't do things. That's going to be a huge focus this group, because that's such a mindset that can hold you back from your own journey. If you are telling yourself that you're not good enough, if you tell yourself you can't do it physically, if you tell yourself that it's too hard, it's going to be too hard. And so if you can train your brain to say that you can do it, if you can train your brain to get yourself in that positive mindset, it becomes so much easier to get through. So we're going to focus a lot on that. And it can get a little bit uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie. It can feel weird to talk about yourself in good ways. It can feel weird when you're not used to that. And it's confidence, and that self-love is a muscle. It really is. You have to work at it every single day, because if you don't, it's so easy to just like get back into that negative thing. Like you naturally want to stay in your comfort zone, and it's hard to get out of that. So we're going to work a lot on that kind of stuff. Trying to think. Oh, one other thing with the challenge group that we're doing this time, if you guys are hopping on and you've done a challenge with us before, this is something we've never done before. But we really want you guys to be involved in the challenge and interact with each other. So if you guys, every day we're going to be posting a check-in post. It will be at the same time, probably 2 or 3 in the afternoon. But it will have, you'll have to post what your high and low for the day was, what you did for your workout, and then we'll have a different question every day. So it could be like, what was your favorite meal? What was your Shakeology recipe? That kind of thing. If you log into that every day and comment on that post and log your workout, log your shake 7 days in a row, your coach will send you a gift in the mail. Just a little incentive to help keep pushing you. The longer you do it consecutively, the better the gifts will get. So just small little things to help keep you guys motivated. That's what we love to do as coaches, and that's what we want to help motivate you. And everybody does it a little bit different. Some people are motivated by money. Some people are motivated by gifts. Everyone's so different. So we want to try and gear this towards everybody's needs and just make it fun and make it something that you guys enjoy checking in every day, and it's something you look forward to. So with that being said, hang on. I'm going to turn the time over to, hang on. I have a list and I have it somewhere. Okay. I'm going to turn it to Shandy, and she's going to talk a little bit more about the app and how you can download it, how you get the invites and all that stuff. So I will turn it to Shandy, and then after Shandy, she's going to talk about meal plan and containers too, and then it will go to Emily. So I'll mute myself and shut up now because I talk a lot.
Okay, can you guys hear me? Yeah, we're good? You can hear me? Okay. I'm nervous, you guys. My heart's beating right now. Anyway, I just want to reiterate all of what Sharon was talking about. I myself, as a coach, I started because I needed that accountability, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to stay accountable to myself. I would quit on myself if I didn't have a community to like bounce back on. And so I will tell you time and time and time again, because of this, because of coaching, it has kept me going, because there has been times that I've wanted to just give up on myself, and I have this amazing community of women who are just like, dude, pick it back up, you can do it, keep going. So it's just an amazing opportunity, and these challenge groups are what really, keeps you going and keeps you accountable. So I want to tell you guys about the Challenge Tracker app, like Sharon had mentioned. It's not on Facebook anymore, which I kind of like that, because it's just streamlined, it's straightforward, it's easy to follow, and it's just simple. So those of you who haven't seen it, I can try to show you on my phone. But basically what it is your coach will send you an email invite to the app. And so once you have the invite, you can go into it and get it all set up. So what it has, once you get the invite and get it downloaded on your phone, it will have you put in like your goals. So it'll have you put in like your weight and what your goal is and where you want to be, and what Beachbody products you're using, if you're drinking Shakeology or any of the performance lane, and then you just move forward with your goals. And so once you get in there, it's just super simple. You just push on like a plus sign, and you add your Shakeology and put in your picture, and then you can add your workout as well. And so it's super straightforward. It's kind of fun for me to go in there and push the little plus sign every day and track my Shakeology and track my workout, and it just makes it more fun, and it keeps you more accountable, because it's like, I didn't push my plus sign today, and you get to go in and track it. And so there's reminders. You can put reminders on there. If you haven't tracked your stuff, it will remind you at like a certain time of day, whether you've worked out or not, or drink your shake. So it makes it kind of fun, and it keeps you really accountable. I know that I've talked to a few people and said that they like the app more than Facebook, because it's just one place to go. You don't have to search through a million things to find it. It's just one place to go, and it's fun, and it's easy to track. So yeah. So if you guys decide to do this, you'll get an email, and then you'll be able to go through it and see what it's all about. It's really fun, and it really helps you stay motivated. And we'll be posting our daily challenges in that every day, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. I'm so excited for this one, just because I think all of us need a little bit of self-love, and just boost each other up, and come together as women and just be awesome together. And all of us need it. I just know as women, we all just need this boost of confidence. We have this ugly voice in our head, and it's just going to be so fun and so awesome. So also, along with that, we'll be following the 21-day fix meal plan. And there's different ways to do it. There's different trackers. I myself am like a pen and paper person, but there is an app that is the 21 Fix Tracker app that you can follow, and you go in there, and it tells you where you put in your stuff, and it'll tell you how many containers that you need, and how many fruits and veggies and everything like that. So if you're hearing me talk about containers, I don't know if all of you guys are familiar with 21 Day Fix, but it has containers. So there's so many veggies a day, so many fruits a day, so many carbs a day, so many proteins a day, healthy fats, and what's the other one? The orange container. Anyways, there's different containers for you for each day, so you can stay on track, and it helps you to lose weight, and you get a healthy, balanced diet. Go ahead and add to this, anybody, if I'm missing something.
Basically, the containers are a way of measuring your portions. It's just a way to keep it simple So it's based off of a macros diet. So it balances your proteins, fats, and carbs. The way that's the best type of diet to help you burn fat instead of burn muscle. And so you want to keep those in a balance, and it helps you burn fat. If you actually follow a macros diet, you have to literally measure every single item you ever eat on a scale, and it's like insane. Like I see people who follow macros, I'm like, you just need containers because it's 1,000 times easier. You stick it in the container and you plop it on your plate. Like there's no measuring other than just your container measures how much you should be eating. And it helps you realize, and I'll talk about this a little bit when we talk about the Fixate cooking show on BOD. But it helps you realize really what you should be eating and how much we overeat on carbs and we overeat fat and we severely undereat vegetables. Like we're all guilty of that. Like I don't think anyone really overeats vegetables and doesn't eat carbs unless you're like gluten intolerant or something. But anyway, that's kind of the basis of how the containers, what the containers are for. And I think a lot of people look at them and they get like overwhelmed and they're like, what the heck? It's literally a measuring tool. That's all. You put your food in there, plop it on your plate. Keep it super simple and don't overthink it. So.
And the thing is it really is like a lot of food. Like you come to realize that when you eat to your proper proportion, that it's like a ton of food, and getting used to like actually eat that much food every day. But it's amazing how good you feel if you follow a plan and you're not starving. They always tell you if you're starving, then you're doing it wrong because you're eating a ton of food. So I think that was all I needed to cover, by the way. That kind of went kind of fast, but I'm excited for you guys and I can't wait to hear from everybody. So I don't know who's next, but
Emily's next. She's going to talk a little bit about how to meal plan and meal prep, and we'll go in more detail as we go. This is like basics, so don't feel like we're like this is 101. No. And then we'll go into more detail a little bit later. You got to unmute yourself.
Okay, now can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to talk a little bit about meal planning and prepping. Oh man, that's weird watching yourself. It's delayed. Try not to watch myself. Meal planning and prepping is actually one of my favorite things to do. A lot of people find it super overwhelming, but I find that if you just keep it simple, that it's super fun. So for me, I like to just start out with finding a time each week that works for you to sit down and take a few minutes to plan it out. For me, every Sunday evening while we're up visiting at the in-laws, I take my menu, and while we're sitting there visiting, I fill it out. So the one that I love, I found on Pinterest. You can see it. It's just a 21-day fixed meal planner, and whatever calorie bracket you fall into, it tells you how many of what container, so each food group, how many of that you should have each day. So I start with my dinner. And that's where I start to fill mine out, because I always like to start my dinners with something that the whole family will eat. I'm not one that wants to have to prepare 2 meals. I know all of us moms like to keep it easy. So I just like to make sure that I use whatever containers that I need to, obviously, for that the whole family will eat. I don't cook anything weird. I just try to take all the foods that we would normally eat and make them healthier. Another thing that works super well for me, some people like to meal prep and take like a full week, maybe for lunch, or if you're on the go, if you work, that works great for people. For me, the way I like to do it is like for Monday night for dinner, we'll have rice bowls. So then that night I'll make extra rice, so that then the next night when I do stuffed bell peppers, my rice is made. So that's one less thing that I have to cook for that meal. And then I'll make extra chicken with that. So then 2 nights later, when I do, what do I have on here? When I do fettuccine Alfredo, my chicken's done. So as I'm planning out my menu, I always do it in order of what I can make extra the night before to make my next meal easier. That's how I meal prep. So just find something that works for you, but keep it simple. Don't stress it, because the more complicated you make it, the more overwhelmed you become, and then you just give up. So just make sure that you do take time to write it down, because how often do in your mind you think, oh, I'm doing good today, and then when you really sit down and write down what you've eaten, you're like, I still have 5 vegetables that I need to eat, and I've had 10 carbs. Yeah, Sharon's over there waving. We've all done that. So make sure that you write it down. I have a few breakfasts that I really like. Sharon and I actually both work really early mornings at Costco. So breakfast is one that we always take and go. So I have to have that prepped. So I have a few breakfasts that I really like. One of my favorites is the Okios Greek yogurt. I don't know if you guys have seen this at Costco or Walmart, anywhere, but it's freaking awesome. And I always make like my own granola, and I just bag it up. So another thing with meal planning and getting, eating healthy, a lot of people, you always hear is it's so much more expensive. So by meal planning and making sure you're using all the vegetables that you buy, by planning out your menu that way, you don't waste anything. So you're actually saving money. And then I do my own homemade granola. I bag it up. So I've got my yogurt, granola ready to go. I bag up my fruit into little baggies so that they're ready to go. My kids will grab them and eat them that way. If they're sitting in the container on the vine, they go bad. So take a few minutes and prep it that way. Is there anything else? Make sure that as you plan your meals, that you're trying to incorporate at least 3 of the 4, at least 3 food groups per meal, so that you're getting a well-rounded meal, so that you're keeping your metabolism going and that you're staying full, so that you're not starving by your next meal. And that's about it. We just all know that you can't outwork a bad diet. At least 80 to 90% of your results comes from the work that you do in the kitchen. So take that time to meal prep. And if you guys need help with any dinner ideas, all of us coaches have lots that we really like, and we're all more than happy to share those with you. So just reach out to any of us, and we're happy to give our recipes away.
We'll also post in the group, in the Challenge Tracker app, there will be a files section, and we'll post like staples of groceries that we like, any recipes we like to use. And if there's something specific that you guys like and your family really likes, and you want to make sure it's approved on the plan, or how you would count it or whatever, just reach out to your coach and we can help you figure that out. Because really it comes down to, this has to be a lifestyle change. This isn't just, and that's overwhelming. Like, that to me scared me. It was like, I can't eat lettuce my whole life. Like, I can't do that. So that's the beauty of 21 Day Fix and the portion fix containers, is you really can eat real normal food. And it's about the small things that you change. It's about, instead of doing, regular pasta, doing whole wheat pasta. Instead of using a ton of butter, use olive oil. It's the little tiny things that really do make all the difference. And it's just being aware and being more focused. We don't expect you guys to be perfect in this from day one. It's going to take learning, and it's going to take growing, and it gets easier as you go. You have to take the baby steps. You can't expect to go from newborn stage to running in a day. It's going to take some time. So, Megan, are you there? Are you ready? Okay, Megan's going to talk a little bit about Shakeology and the benefits of Shakeology and why we recommend drinking it. It's not just to make money off of you, I promise. There really is so many amazing benefits, and it seriously does help a ton. in your journey. So she's going to talk about Shakeology a little bit and the performance line and how they can help as well. You got to unmute yourself.
Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hello? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I sound like Kermit the Frog. Anyway, hi guys, I am Megan Dimmick. If you don't know who I am, I kind of just wanted to share my story with Shakeology. I had been going the cheap route as far as my weight loss and things went. I had been commuting for the last 9 months to Utah County, and I didn't have time to eat breakfast, so I was doing protein shakes. And the protein that I was drinking, it was the cheapest that I could find at Good Earth. And I would drink it, and within like 15 minutes, I was starving. I felt like crap. And the one day I went back to buy some, and it was gone. And the lady was like, I'm trying to get off Diet Coke, and I really like this coffee flavored protein because it had caffeine in it, and I really enjoyed the caffeine. And she said, oh, well, if you're trying to get off Diet Coke, that's not what you want. She goes, that's got all the bad artificial sweeteners and all that junk in it anyway. And so then the one day I was at Shandy's and her bag of Shakeology was out on the counter. And like the couple of weekends before, my one girlfriend that's really super fit was talking about how good pea protein was and all these things. And I happened to look at the back of a Shakeology, and I'd be dipped, like, there's pea protein and chia seed and flaxseed, and like they're real words. They're real names. Like, I don't have to get the dictionary out to figure out what this stuff is. And I was really kind of impressed. And I had been taking an herb called ashwagandha to help manage my stress because my adrenal glands and everything are just kaput from the stress. And I'm reading through here and I'm like, freaking ashwagandha, you've got to be kidding me. And so just to kind of give you a rundown, the Shakeology and the performance line are formulated by Harvard trained scientists. The Shakeology is loaded with exotic superfoods and power phytonutrients, whole food formula for optimal nutrition, no artificial sweeteners, flavor colors, or preservatives. It's certified on the low glycemic index, helps support regularity and healthy healthy weight loss, provides healthy energy. Shani was like, just take this, just take it. Gave me a bag of Shakeology. Like, I about crapped my pants. But I started trying it, and I couldn't believe it that I could make it past the first 20 minutes of my commute, and I wasn't starving. I would go, almost 12:30 and go, oh crap, I haven't eaten lunch. It kept me full because it had the things that I needed, that my body had been craving. I've been so impressed with it and how it's made me feel. And I had felt so sluggish and felt like crap for the longest time. And I thought it was my mindset. I thought it was something I needed to change in me. And I honestly do believe that getting the things that I needed out of Shakeology helped me get my crap together and be able to do the things that I had wanted so bad to have ambition for. So that's my rundown on Shakeology. If I remember, they're going to be announcing new flavors. Is that right, Sharon? I mean, that might be total squirrel moment, but later in the year, they're going to be announcing new flavors.
Yes, they are. I don't know how many, but yes, they are.
Okay. So, anyway, I just wanted to read this little bit. It says, Shakeology is a powerful superfood formula designed to deliver the nutrients you need to help you lose weight. Oh, can you see me? Sorry, my little battery, come on. Help you lose weight, maintain healthy cholesterol levels, support healthy blood sugar levels. Shakeology is formulated with globally harvested ingredients such as adaptogens, proteins, prebiotics, and antioxidants that support healthy energy levels, support regularity, digestion, all that. Help curb junk food cravings, which is a big thing for me. Moving on to the performance line. So if any of you guys have seen us drinking our yellow drink in our workout videos, it's called Energize. So this is part of the performance line. Lottie says hi. I'm sitting on my bed in my bedroom. But this stuff has been awesome. We drink it, it's a pre-workout supplement, but we drink it during our workout. It says it improve intense exercise performance, increase energy and endurance, sharpen focus and reaction time. This stuff's awesome. I've enjoyed it so much. It helps give you that little bit of energy to like bust out your workout. I even like drinking it during the day, and it's been awesome. I've really enjoyed it. And then this stuff is called Recover. So this is another option with the performance line. And I honestly have to tell you guys, there was one day we did quarter force and I had ran out of recovery. And I was like, oh man, I hope I'm not dying today. Well, I drove like the 10 minutes from my house to the shop and got out of my car and walked in. And my employee, she's like, dude, what's up? And I was walking like an old lady. She's like, did you not drink your special drink today? Like, anyway, so it was really funny that she could even notice the difference, her knowing that I'm working out every day. So this says it helps speed muscle recovery, promote lean muscle synthesis, combat exercise, induce muscle soreness, improve muscle strength recovery. So you drink this within like 30 minutes after your workout, and it helps you build your muscle. You know, when you work out, you're tearing your muscle fibers, and you are rebuilding it, and that's when you're sore. So this stuff helps you build that muscle synthesis faster and recover better. So those are just some of the performance line that I really enjoy. Anyway, so it's good quality stuff, and it really took me a long while to realize that the Beachbody people, CEO, anyway, they have done their homework. They have gone out of their way to help us have these things that we need, and it's really changed my life. So anyway, that's what I had to share. So thank you.
Thanks, Megan. Yeah, so the reason we share the performance line mostly, one, because it's freaking good. And to get through a workout, that pre-workout, seriously. The great thing about pre-workout is some of them make you jittery and shaky, and Energize doesn't do that. That's why I like it so much. It kind of like makes you tingly a little bit, and it really does help. And then the Recovery tastes like a Wendy's Frosty, and it's an extra treat to drink when you're eating healthy. But if you're struggling in your workouts, if you're struggling with the energy to get through it, and if you're super sore after, I highly recommend trying it and seeing how you feel. They have money back guarantees as well. So we just want you to know that those tools are there to supplement your workouts as well. I'm going to go now. I'm going to screen share with you guys and talk to you guys more about Beachbody On Demand, because that's kind of where this whole like thing is going, is on demand. You can still buy the workouts, but with the all access on demand right now, and you can get every single program all in one place, and you don't have to carry your DVDs everywhere. It's awesome. So I want to show you guys on the screen how to access your on demand, where to find the resources and tools that you're going to need. A lot of you purchased the all access pass, and you'll get the portion fix if you did the challenge. What is it? Wow. I totally went blank for a second. Challenge pack. If you get the challenge pack, you'll get like an actual booklet and stuff. But if you ever lose it or anything like that, I want to be able to show you guys where to find the resources and really what the on-demand entails, because the value in there is amazing. So let me know if you can't see my screen. Hang on. Okay, can you guys see this? Okay, You good? Okay. So this is where your Beachbody On Demand is. You'll just log in, beachbodyondemand.com. You can also download the app. There's an app for your phone or tablet. The nice thing about the app is if you are going out of town or if you don't have access to internet, you can download up to 7 workouts. So if you know your schedule, if you're looking at your calendar of whatever program you're doing, you can schedule out your workouts and download those into your app, and it doesn't require Wi-Fi. So you can just stream it right off of your phone or your tablet, which is awesome. So this is kind of your home screen. It will tell you how many workouts you've done. It will tell you how many people are working out somewhere. I don't know. That doesn't really matter. But so right here, you're going to go to your programs and your member library. With the All Access Pass, where you get access, you literally get access to all of this. So let me show you how many are available, first of all. And this can be overwhelming when you're first starting, like, what do I choose? Talk to your coach, and we will recommend what we feel is going to be a good one. And if you don't like it, you can just log back in and choose another one. That's the beauty of it. So these are programs that I've purchased in the past, but then you go to your member library, and with the All Access, you get access to every single one of these programs. So if you are at home and your spouse wants to work out too, like, there is something literally for everybody on here. So I'm going to go to, let's see, we're going to go by type. So if you, depending on your goals and what you want, if time is an issue, these are less than 30 minutes. Slim and tone, yoga, low impact, muscle building, dance, cardio. You literally can click on it and it will bring up any program that has cardio in it. And then you can kind of go from there. When you click on the actual program, it will tell you if it's beginner, intermediate, what it will do, how long the program is, and how long the workouts are. 21 Day Fix is my soulmate workout. It's what I started with, and I freaking love it. And I think it's so great for beginners because it has such a good variety. But it can be a challenge as well. So if it's too challenging, one thing that you need to realize is if you cannot do the move, you need to modify it, and that is okay. So don't feel like you're not good enough or you're defeated. I modify all the time. So you don't want to hurt yourself. So make sure you follow the modifier. There's a modifier in every single program, and you do what you can do. And then you work on getting better each day. So just going through the program. So you're going to have each workout that's available in the program over here. You want to look at the workout calendar. Whatever program you decide, stick to the program and follow it. That's really where your results are going to come from. These are designed by professional trainers and professional nutritionists with the nutrition plan. We're not those people as coaches. We're here to motivate and inspire you and cheer you on, but we don't create this stuff. And so follow the workout plan, follow the nutrition plan. That's where you're going to see your best results. So when you get in here, look up the workout calendar. 21 Day Fix is super easy to follow because it's literally, you follow the DVDs in order, basically. Not all of them are like that. And so just make sure you look at the calendar because, for instance, I'll show you Core de Force. So Core de Force, if you just follow, you're going to, you double up the workout sometimes. So you're doing MMA speed on day 1 and day 3. But if you just follow the workouts, they get harder as you go. And so that first week, if you're doing some of the harder workouts, you're going to burn out real quick. So these are designed to help you improve on your moves and improve the workout as you're going so that you don't burn out and hurt yourself. So I'm going to go back to 21 Day Fix because I feel like this is a good one for people to start with. So these are your resources on the side over here. You can go, there's Q&A questions from Autumn for each program that she's done. If you go to 21 Day Fix, there's a ton of them about the nutrition. If you are wondering about certain things, this is a great place to find those resources. And then let me go back. So this is your first place you want to start, obviously. You're going to start here. This is literally the guide that you get when you purchase the program. So it tells you exactly how you go through it. You guys, I can't stress this enough. You have to, whatever program you choose, you need to read this section. You need to figure out what the program is about. You have to figure out how many containers you're doing. So this is your formula on how to figure out your container count and what you should be eating. This tells you how many of each container, depending on the plan that you're on, how many of each you need to eat every day. It's pretty simple, but you've got to read through it. So it tells you how do the containers work. These are what the containers look like. They look super tiny when you get them, but they fill up way more than you think when you dump that out on your plate. So don't be overwhelmed by that, because that was something that scared me to death. It has places of examples on how they plan your meals, your transformation trackers. You guys, measurements are super, super, super important. Your weight will come off, but eventually, like, for instance, I have not lost really any weight in a year, but I've dropped 4 pant sizes because I've built muscle and I've changed the shape of my body. But if I hadn't measured that and I hadn't taken measurements of my body, I probably would have quit a long time ago, because it's like, oh, I'm stuck. This is where I'm going to be. But I promise you, if you're eating right and you're doing the workouts, your body is changing and you're building muscle and you're getting leaner and healthier. So make sure you take weight or measurements along with your weight. This will tell you equipment needed. Most workouts just use like dumbbells or resistant bands. Some of the more intense, like Body Beast, they'll actually use weight sets, and it will tell you what you need according to the program. And there's usually ways to modify it so that you don't need a lot. Okay, going back, we got your workout calendar. This is your eating plan. This goes even more into detail. Make sure you read it. Even if you don't understand it from the beginning, read through it and then reach out to your coach. And anything you don't know or don't understand, that's what we're here to help you guys for. It's pretty self-explanatory, but make sure when you get your packet with a Portion Fix or whatever program you're doing, make sure you're reading through these things. It's seriously, like, crucial. So it has a vegan eating plan, it has tally sheets, and then it goes into Spanish. So these are where you find your resources. Now to go back, I'm going to show you the Fixate cooking show. So Fixate is, so Autumn Calabrese, she created 21 Day Fix. Her brother is a professional chef. Her grandparents owned an Italian restaurant. I think her dad was, like, they're all cooks in her family. So she has a Fixate cookbook that you can purchase that literally breaks down the recipes according to container counts. And then on the Fixate cooking show, she has breakfast, entrees, like they have recipes that you can follow, and it tells you how long the episode is. And then you can go up here and get the recipe and the grocery list for the recipe. It's freaking awesome. So if you need ideas, this is a great way to get more ideas on how to incorporate more Fix approved meals into your menus. But what I want you guys to, this will be like your homework basically after this call. is to look at these foundational videos. It has Container 101. She literally goes step by step on how to use the containers and really the importance of it. And she shows you a salad. Really what inspired her to start the containers was she was working with a client who wasn't getting, she was a personal trainer. She was working with a client who wasn't getting results. And she took her out to lunch. And the salad that they got, she's like, I ate half of it. And my client ate the whole thing. And she's like, well, there's your problem. You're overeating. And she's like, but it's a salad. Well, even in a salad, you get carbohydrates, all the dressing. She had avocado and cheese and all these things on it. It was literally a mixing bowl full of salad. Like when she dumped it out of the container, it would have fed an entire family. And so that's where the container system came from. She explains all of that. She goes through and does a pantry raid and things that are crucial that you should have in your pantry if you're following 21-day fix. And these are not things that you need to go out and buy every single item today. And she explains that a little bit. It's something you work up to, and as you run out of things, you replace it with better things, kind of a thing. And then she goes over meal prep styles. So she does one that is you literally eat the same thing for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 5 days straight, and you prep it all and you put it all in containers. And then she also does one that gives you more variety, kind of like Emily does, where she cooks a bunch of chicken, she cooks a bunch of rice, and then she can pull from those to make different meals. So go through and watch these videos. These will help you so much in learning how to use the containers and how it works. It explains it. She physically shows you how it works, and it seriously makes such a difference in not feeling so overwhelmed. So that's kind of how that works. Basically, you can just explore your Beachbody On Demand. If you have a specific trainer you like, you can go through trainers and it pulls up all their workouts. If you have a specific type of workout, like I showed you before, they even have the 20s is a reality show of finding the next superstar trainer. If you want to watch that, yeah. And for those of you who, yeah.
And all this is is this in the app?
Yeah, you can access it from the app too. It's a little bit harder on the app, but you can get on it through the app. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to stop screen sharing so you can see me. Okay, so that's kind of the gist of it. I want to open it up to questions and answer any questions that you guys might have. And if you're overwhelmed with anything, what we can help you with. So, if you can't think of anything, message us as coaches. I hope this helped a little bit, kind of explain things a little bit on the resources that you have and all that kind of stuff. If you have questions, just unmute yourself so I can hear you.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
I wake up really early to do my workouts. I do have a drink that I take before. It is not Beachbody. It's not Energize. It's Nanohydrate. I know. I'm sorry. It's one that a friend recommended because she's like, I've been looking for something that doesn't make me jittery. But I've just tried it out for the last couple of days, and I don't know if it's just because I'm not doing like intense workouts. It's just PiYo right now. But I am feeling jittery and dizzy afterwards, and I do take BCAAs after my workout too. So I don't know if it's just a combination of the two things, or if I should just look into switching to maybe the Energize or something different.
Well, I don't know specifics because I'm not an expert, but from what I've read about pre-workouts, a lot of them are really filled with a ton of caffeine and a ton of stuff to hurry and boost you, and then it's a big old crash at the end. And that's part of the reason why people get jittery, and if you don't work out intense enough, it doesn't wear it off. And then it's like it's kind of like those 5-hour energy things. It's like loaded with sugar and crap to boost you. And then it's like a complete crash. Energize is not like that. And that's honestly, I don't like pre-workouts most of the time. And this is the only one I've tried that I do like because it doesn't have that crash. It's all natural ingredients. I can send you a sample of it if you want me to.
Yeah.
I'll send you, because even the color, it's like fluorescent yellow, but even the color is natural lemon ingredient. So it's the only, they have, it's NSF approved, which means professional athletes can use it. It doesn't have anything that they can't take. And it's also what all the Ironman people, it's their official drink, like pre-workout, post-workout, the whole shebang. So it's good stuff. They really, the thing with Beachbody is they don't put out crap products. If you're getting something from Beachbody, it is researched and it is formulated to be the best of the best. And that's what they want. They want high quality, nutrition. And it's not, and even that, like even with Shakeology, a lot of people think it's just an overpriced protein shake. That's not, it's what it's designed to do. It's designed to literally fuel your body with the nutrients that it needs. You're at a cellular level. And so it's hard to compare that with other protein. Like I get a lot of people who are like, how does it compare? Well, it's hard to compare apples to oranges because it's literally not what it's designed for. And so, and it's hard because it doesn't have all the superfoods in the ingredient list. They're comparing like carbohydrates to proteins, and that really at the end of the day isn't really what matters. But anyway, but I will send you, I'm going to write it down. I will send you a packet of it.
Okay. I think I noticed too that it said you're supposed to take it half hour before, but you were saying you can drink it while you're doing your workout, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I usually drink it and then I read my personal development while I'm doing it. And then after I finish it, it's usually 10, 20 minutes and I'm good.
Okay.
That's another thing that I wanted to talk about that I forgot to talk about at the beginning. When it comes to mindset, I really highly encourage you guys to start your day out with some sort of personal growth, whether it's a motivational quote, like movie clip off of YouTube. You can download Darren Daly. He's the author of Compound Effect, but he has really awesome, he sends you a text message and it's like 3 or 4 minute clips that help kind of motivate you through the day. Reading books for anything you're struggling with. If you struggle with self-love or anything like that, finding books that are geared towards those things, it sounds kooky and it sounds crazy, but I swear to you, it makes all the difference in your journey. It really does, because that, like I said before, that mental part of your journey, if you get in your head about things, it messes with you. And it's hard to have that belief of when you're not feeling, the success that you want to feel, without being able to find those positives of, okay, well, my pants fit better. And you kind of have to step away from yourself, and personal development makes a huge difference. So I highly recommend that. So. Anything else? Are you still reading Miracle Morning, Michelle?
Yes. I just was doing it after my workout, but I'm going to start doing it before now.
Yeah, I like to do it before. I don't always do it before, but if I'm home in the morning, my routine literally is I wake up, I put my workout clothes on, I drink my Energize, and I read while I'm drinking my Energize, and then I work out. And it gets my head in a good place to start the day, and then I'm like in a good mood all day long. And if I don't, I can tell. I can seriously feel a difference, and my kids can tell. They're like, "Mom, you want to work out?" They just know. It's funny. But
That really does set your tone for the day, though. Like, Meg and I work out. We try to work out every day if Shane's like not out pushing snow. But I usually go to her house because of Josh's schedule. So on my way to her house, it's like 5 minutes or 5 to 7 minutes, but I will turn on my book on my phone on Audible while I'm on my way to her house, and then work out, and then listen to it on my way back home. And so I think if there's a way to fit it in always, if you want to, and it really does change your mindset. It does sound like Sharon said, it sounds kind of like kooky and weird and just like, go read a book and you'll feel better. But it really is true when you're wanting to better your mindset, and it really helps you to expand your mind and make you feel, like open up your mind and realize, oh my gosh, it makes you realize things that you didn't realize that were out there. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that is a huge one. PD, they say, is everything. And it really is, because it changes your mindset and opens your mind to things that you didn't ever think or realize before. And there really is time for it, whenever. And it's always best in the morning. It really does set your tone for the day. So.
Well, and even working out, if you can make a time and schedule it into your day and say, okay, this is my schedule now. I'm going to work out before my kids wake up or as soon as they go to school or whatever it is. And automatically that that's your date for yourself every single day. It's so much easier than because the longer you wait in the day, the more you dread it. And every time I wait and I have to work out at night, I'm like, it's like a chore, where if I just get it done first thing and then it's out of the way, and I feel so much better and I have way more energy throughout the day to get through it. So anyway, any other questions? I hope this helped a little bit. I hope it helped, I hope you guys know that as coaches, we really, truly want you to succeed and we want to be there for you. So please, as a coach, because everyone is so different, some people like to be a fly on the wall. Some people want you to talk to them every day. Some people don't. And so because of that, we need you to tell us what you need from us. And you need to be vulnerable enough to share that with us so that we can help you and keep you accountable to your goals. So we're here to help, and we are excited for you guys. And we want you guys to realize that if you're scared or if you're feeling overwhelmed, we have been there. I promise you, we felt it. And like when I started, I bought 21 Day Fix in a challenge pack, and it sat on my counter for 2 weeks, and I stared at it, and it was like every time I looked at it, I had a panic attack because it scared the crap out of me. And I opened up my book, and I would close the book. I would open it up again, and I'd be like, I can't do this. And I would close the book. And it took me 4 days to write a week-long menu, and I never wrote another one again for like almost a year because it overwhelmed me to the point that it would panic me because I was so in my head about it. But it was more because of the fear of the unknown, the fear of failing, the fear of not being good enough for myself, the fear of being sore and miserable, of being tired, of not feeling like I had time. I was afraid that if I worked out, that I was going to be even more mean to my kids because I was sore and tired and all that stuff, which is not true. It's the exact opposite. So just know that we've felt those things. And if you feel those things, it's normal. But fear, honestly, is something to embrace because it means that change is happening. And whether, you guys are here for a reason because you need to change. And that's scary. It's scary to get out of your comfort bubble because that's where we like. But no growth happens that way. And so if you're not happy with where you're at in your life, if you're not happy with, what your body looks like, what your marriage is like, what your house is like, whatever it is, you have to push out of that comfort zone to grow, no matter what area in your life that is. And so that's really all this is about. And we want you guys to feel better in every aspect, not just physically, but mentally and spiritually, and to have the tools to be the best version of you. And it is possible. It takes work and it takes growth, but I promise if you work at it every single day, even a little bit, it changes your life to the point that you're a completely different person. I look at my pictures not just physically was I overweight. I don't even feel like I look like the same person. Like, my confidence is different. I carry myself different. My eyes are different. Like, it's just, I can't explain it, but I can tell you that it makes me so excited to see people start their journey, because it's such an incredible feeling once they hit that aha moment of, oh my gosh, I feel so good. Like, that is why I coach, and that's why I help people do this, because it's changed my life, and I can't not share that with other people. So anyway, I don't want to keep you guys all night long, but I hope it helped. Please reach out to us, though, if you have any questions, if you need anything. I'll be sending out invites for the group probably tomorrow, because it's been a crazy week, you guys. But we'll start on Monday, and if you feel overwhelmed, just take it a day at a time. You don't have to be perfect on day one. You don't have to know everything on day one, and you're going to mess up. It's going to happen. We all mess up, and it's okay. The most important thing is you just get back up and you just keep trying. That's all you can do. So you got to fail forward, and you fail and you fail and you fail, and then eventually you'll get to where you got to go, and you'll figure it out. So anyway, thanks for hopping on. I hope it helped, and just message us if you need anything. Okay?
Thanks, Sharon.
Love you guys.